The Sharon Gold entered tonight's game with a perfect 8-0 record and looking to finish their regular season undefeated. Norfolk entered the game with an even 4 wins and 4 losses. Things did not start off well for Norfolk, who walked Sharon's leadoff hitter, Eric Carter, who currently leads the team in hits, runs, and balls hit into play. Eric took advantage of a wild pitch and stole second. On another wild pitch, Eric continued on to third. Sharon's number 2 hitter, Jake Nevins, hit a pitch into shallow left center, where he safely advanced to first. A walk to Luke Mexel put runners on first and second. Another wild pitch advanced Jake to third and Luke to second. Sharon's cleanup hitter, lefty Palash Reyna, the current team leader in on-base percentage, extra base hits, slugging percentage, and runs batted in, hit a ball deep into center field, scoring both Jake and Luke on an RBI single. Palash used his speed to advance to second, even before the pitcher realized he was stealing. Reese Davis struck out swinging for the first out of the inning. Liam Conway and Alex Coughlin then struck out on called strikes in back-to-back at-bats to quickly end what had the makings of a high-scoring inning. After half an inning, Sharon led Norfolk with a score of 3-0. Sharon went with Jake Nevins to pitch for the top of the first. In his first 3 appearances, Jake averaged less than 1 walk per inning, with just over 1 hit per inning, and about 1.5 strikeouts per inning. Getting 21 outs for Sharon, Jake had yet to give up an earned run. He was able to get a 1-2-3 inning, with Norfolk's number 1 hitter grounding weakly back to him for an easy play at first. He was then able to get consecutive strikeouts to the number 2 hitter Peckley and the number 3 hitter Schoolmayer. After 1 inning, the score is still 3-0 in favor of Sharon. Seth Bonner opened the second with a 4-pitch walk. Miles Clay, who had hit a deep home run the previous game and currently leads the team in batting average, took one over the fence in center field for a 2-run home run. Leadoff hitter Eric Carter earned a walk, with Jake Nevins following Eric in a hit to left field for a single. 1 pitch later, Norfolk decided to make a pitching change. That seemed to be effective. On a shallow fly ball to second base, Luke Mexel was out, and both Jake and Eric advanced 1 base. After falling behind 1 ball and 2 strikes, cleanup hitter Palash Reyna did not see another strike and earned a walk to load the bases. Reese Davis struck out on strikes for Sharon's second out of the inning. Sharon had to settle for just 2 runs as Liam Conway flew out to the shortstop for the final out of the inning. After the top of the second, the score was 5-0 in favor of Sharon. Sharon continued with pitcher Jake Nevins. He continued with his 3rd straight strikeout to the cleanup hitter Gerhard with a nice pitch over the outside corner. Will Schollmayer hit a ball into shallow right field and was safe at first. Schollmayer attempted to steal second base on a nice pitch from Jake. Luke made an on-time throw down, but Schollmayer was able to avoid the tag and was called safe. Falling behind, no balls, and 2 strikes, Jake was able to strike out Casper for the second out of the inning. D. Guzman hit a ball into right field for a single. Sharon was quickly able to get the ball back to the infield, holding Schollmayer to third. Mullen's weak dribbler in front of the plate was scooped up by Luke, who decided to get the force out at first over the more difficult tag at home. Given the narrow throwing alley to first, this was no easy play, yet Luke made the throw for the third and final out of the inning. After 2 innings, the score remained 5-0. Alex Coughlin started the top of the third by singling to third base, where he was able to beat the throw to first. Seth Bonner hit a fielder's choice to the shortstop, who made the toss to the second baseman to get Alex out for the first out of the inning. Miles Clay grounded for a hit that advanced Seth to second. Back at the top of the order, leadoff hitter Eric Carter singled, loading the bases for Sharon. On a grounder down the third base line, Jake was thrown out at first, but Seth scored. On a high pitch, Luke dropped a weak dribbler right in front of the plate. Luke beat the throw to first, which gave Eric the opportunity to advance to third, and Miles to reach home, just beating a potential tag in and out. Cleanup hitter Sharon hit a grounder into the outfield for a single, scoring Eric from third. Reese Davis hit a ball deep into center field for a double, scoring Luke from third. Liam Conway hit a ball to the second baseman, who made the toss to first for the third and final out of the inning. After the top of the third, Sharon led with a score of 9-0. The bottom of the third opened, with putt flying out to Sharon's shortstop, Liam Conway. Peck then took Jake into the gap in right field, but right fielder Alex Coughlin was able to get close on the ball, going horizontal, and lay out for a spectacular diving catch to rob Peck of extra bases. The inning was over in 12 pitches, as Abate struck out swinging for the third and final out. After 3 innings, Sharon maintained a comfortable lead with a score of 9-0. Alex Coughlin led off the top of the 4th inning for Sharon by striking out swinging. Seth Bonner was awarded a base on balls. Seth was unable to advance on Miles Clay's hard-hit ball to left as it was caught for the second out of the inning. Leadoff hitter Eric Carter and Jake Nevins each earned walks on back-to-back at-bats, loading the bases. Luke Mexel drove an RBI single into deep right field, scoring both Seth and Eric. Palash hit a line drive to the second baseman, who could not make the grab as Jake was scoring from third. Keeping the 2-out rally going, Reese hit a ball to the second baseman, who missed the grab as Reese reached first and Luke scored from third. A walk to Liam Conway reloaded the bases. Alex Coughlin was walked, forcing in Palash from third and keeping the bases loaded. Seth hit a ground ball to the third baseman, but even with a force at any base, Norfolk could not capitalize and all Sharon runners were safe and another run had scored. But with the bases loaded, Sharon could not get in any more runs as Miles Clay struck out for their third out of the inning. Thanks to an amazing 4-run inning, the score was now 15-0, Sharon. If Sharon could prevent Norfolk from scoring any runs, the game would end in a mercy rule. Sharon decided to go with pitcher Alex Coughlin to close out the game. Alex was effective in his other appearances for the season. In obtaining 9 outs, Alex swallowed only 1 hit and struck out 4. Alex started off by letting up a walk to Peckley. Schollmeyer battled by fouling off several pitches, but ultimately struck out swinging on a fastball. Gebhard got ahead 1 ball and no strikes before falling on 3 consecutive strikes. On a wild pitch, Peckley stole second to reach scoring position. On the wild pitch that walked Schollmeyer, Peckley stole third. With the potential game-extending run standing on third base, Alex was able to get Casper to ground weakly down the first base line, where Jake was able to snag the ball and touch the bag for the final out of the game. The game ended with the score 15-0. This meant Sharon had finished their regular season undefeated.